Good morning, everyone. My name is Alex, and welcome back to the Calmlands, our start where we just started with this guy, the little Unimog. We're coming up here. We have a load of bales to sail. This is going to be the second one for this morning. And then we have to buy a harvester because the day has finally come. We finally get to do harvest. And then we need to buy more stuff because we need to make more land, because one half-done field just ain't going to cut it anymore. So we need more. Hopefully this puts us over the edge. It looks like it has. We'll pop over to the shop and we'll see what kind of harvester we're going to be able to afford. Hopefully you guys are going to like it. Alright, here we are. Let's go ahead and see. I did want to mention this because we just bought the Lexion in the other series. Where is it at? It's here. 50% off, because of course it is. Just in the wrong one. So this is us. And for once in my life, I get to do a series without a pull-behind combine. So we get to drive this all the way back, because we don't have a trailer. And it does start. There we go. So this is going to take an amount of time to get back. But we should be able to get, just straight into the field with this and get going. It only costs us $12,000. And that's brand new. No funny used business or anything. It's just what it is. I do believe that we'll use the farmall for our carting, mainly because we have to sell this immediately and it needs fuel. So I think that'll be good for us. Yeah, I cleaned up around here a little bit, got that all cleaned up. Don't have the road path cleaned up. I thought we would do a little bit more today on getting this looking good. I did put in a fence and a tree, and I think that looks really, really nice. It's starting to look like home. Alright, let's give this a go, and then we're going to worry about getting new implements and stuff today as well. So let's turn it on. It's very rambunctious, let's say. And we're making things, we're doing the thing, we're making money. Here we go. Let's have some money in our accounts. That's going to be nice. It doesn't hold very much, but it should be fine. The farmall should be more than enough to pull a little grain cart. We are going to worry about getting implements, a trailer, and a couple other things for the farm today because we need them. Like we need them going forward. I want to have the field to our left here as arable, along with the rest of the inside field here. I am over little square bales, so we will be doing as much as possible. Try to get some other things going. We're making progress. Finally a combine cab that I can see out of, and I can see the whole header in one thing. I don't have to be looking around all the time. We can just go with the flow and let things go. What a glorious, glorious thing. As long as we don't take out our pipe that I got extended, then we should be good on making some money today. Okay, I think we'll back up here and head back the other way. That way we're not too far away from our trailer. It's going to be a lot of unloading. This is not a well done crop, but it is seem to be outputting a good amount, so that is a plus for the day, I think. Back up on here, out the way. Oh wow, that pipe is like, it's like right there. But we will try to fill this up the best we can. So basically go until we get the first load done, and we'll run that up to the store and get the best price that we can for it, and then we'll kind of go from there. This is going to fill this about 25%, I think, and a little bit more. So maybe our crop isn't going to be too bad. right, that is us. A whole 5,000 liters. Sadly, we can't get much of a bigger tractor. Or not a tractor, a trailer. Because of how low the spout is. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. You know, whatever we do, it's not like we have huge fields. I mean, we literally did half of this into this, so I'm okay with that. The big thing is, now we just got to run it all the way up the hillside here and get it sold. So I will meet you guys at the store. Okay, we need to take a gander at where we actually sell this stuff. So, what is that under? This guy? What are we growing? What we do? Wheat? Wheat. Cooperative. Buying for $5.97. So, cooperative. Cooperative. Can we tag the place? Okay, it is that. Alright, here we go. Come on, give me something. A little bit of money for all of our hard work would be okay. Alright, there's 10 grand pass. And 11? That's not bad. 3 grand for a truckload or a small trailer load. That's not too shabby at all. So now I get to do the long drive all the way back. Now what I thought might be fun is, you know, I've mentioned that I don't want to sell really anything. You know, like some of the mowers and stuff, that's fine. But the other items, like this harvester, or the tractor, or the Unimog, I really don't want to sell them. I want to, as dumb as this is going to sound dumb, I want to build a museum on the map where we keep all of our, you know, all of our older equipment, you know, that we started this with. So we'd have like this on display and the Unimog and stuff like that. I know that's like really, really far away, but it's kind of something I want to do to kind of show, you know, where we started and where we're going to end up, because we're going to, you know, get into bigger and bigger stuff faster and faster and faster. You know, this is a snowball effect, so I think it would be kind of neat to show, you know, hey, this is our first harvester, or hey, this is our first big tractor, you know. This is the truck that we started with, because we're going to build a small town, right? So I think it's, you know, like town history. I think that that's going to be something for us to do and look forward to. So, well, on to the next bit, I guess. Now, you guys let me forget to get fuel here a second ago, so let's just go ahead and top this thing back up, and I'm sure it's going to cost me a few $100s. Ugh. Price of fuel is ridiculous. 3,000 that time, a little bit more, so that's pretty good. Now we just got a little bit of the field to finish off, and then we can make our first after harvest purchase, I guess. Okay, last load of the day. And we broke 14. Can we break 15? Probably not. No, we come close. We were close. But now the actual work begins. So, I'm going to go inside and purchase our first new vehicle. Now, don't hate me for this. This makes sense. Another Unimog. But why? Because this is, well, one, this is like my favorite Unimog. Two, it has 170 horsepower, 155 horsepower, and it was 13 grand. And I'm really, really past the point of driving about 12. So the amount of time it takes to go from one end of the map to the other is, well, it takes a few in-game hours if we're playing on ×10. So this is going to be for transporting, and it has the big bunk, and we can still carry our tools with it. No, we didn't get rid of the other Unimog. It's still here. We'll move it back down the house, and we'll find uses for it. But this keeps me from wanting to do shortcuts, and I'm not much of a fan of doing shortcuts. So I wanted something pretty quick that we can still use. It out horsepowers all of our tractors, which is also a plus, so it makes us want to upgrade. It has a storage bed, holds 7,000 liters, so we basically doubled and some our capacity to haul grain. The only downside is it cannot be filled by our harvester currently, but that's fine. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind my really big want of another Unimog. Actually, my favorite one. I really like this one. This is my bae. I love this one. I've had it in every farm sim game. This is by FBM Modding, and it just happened to come up for sale. So that's not a lie. You can go back and look. It was in the used for like 13 grand. So that is why we got it. And look, I had a conversation and we made it back to the house. That's how much faster this is. The other one is topped out at like 31, I think. The Farmall is like 18. The John Deere is 21 when it's going downhill. So other things we need to do. This also lets us basically double our capacity with this guy. So we can hop in here and we'll just raise this up enough to where we can get under it. So we can use this. Am I under it? Let me go ahead again. Now I'm going to slow down time, by the way. We're going to do this area next that we talked about in the last episode and get that all sorted. I think that'll be a good thing because we need a place to park the harvester and a place to unload grain. So that is what we're going to do next after I cut up some more logs. Alright, that is two very full things of firewood here, I reckon. So on to the shop and we'll see what else we can get today. Alright, let's get these sold and unstrapped first. Oh, too many straps. Here we go. And boop. Hey, that's pretty good. Everything sell? Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Yep, everything's sold. Okay, I do believe that we need a flatbed trailer. That's going to be our next purchase for this evening. Make sure there's not one here. No, there's not. Ooh, that's pretty. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Trailers. Low loaders would probably be where we're going to be. It's 15 grand. We definitely don't have that. Wow, those are $55,000. Pretty close to a couple of these. Not quite there. How about miscellaneous? That's 8 grand. That's actually probably what we need. Honest to God truth. Make sure there's nothing else that I'm missing here. Or if there's any other better options. That's gonna be the thing, right? Like if there's a better option, then we'll go with that. Because we need kind of a larger flatbed trailer. I can't do that one. Ooh. Oh, I don't have a thing. It's too much. Too much. That's already what we got, ain't it? Do we have one of these? Yeah, we have one of these. Then that's the same price but different? Okay, that's weird. Anything else? Anything else? It does not appear so. Forestry, maybe? There's always like one chance. No, I really wish we had an IT runner, but we just don't. So that means we need to get this guy. And it seems like a step backwards, but it is a step forward. So we have some things to sell. So I'm going to go pick that up. We'll leave this as a trailer. We'll just park it down here. And then we can use that trailer. And we're going to sell the rest of these logs plus the shorts that we got. And we have a bunch of other things to sell. So I will be right back. This also gives us a chance to bring this guy back. And we'll still, you know, this is still going to be useful. It's not out of uses yet. May even take the top off and make it a convertible. Actually, you know what? That sounds like a wonderful idea. It has been very, very good weather here recently. So we want to customize this guy. Now, did we just turn it back into a regular truck? I think so. So if we use that, I think that's more useful to us. And then we can go without the roof. Look at that. A lot better. Now, does it fit on the trailer? Yes, it does. Just barely. Okay, we can leave ye old Unimog right here by the house for now. That's out of the way. There we go. Looking fine. Maybe we can repaint it another color that besides, you know, army drab green. Alright, next is these guys. All of our sunflowers. We have made just a ton of them. And I'd honestly forgot about them until I was walking around looking. So, we will take and sell these. What I'm trying to do is make the money for the silo. And, that's like $59,000. We are going to go with the flat bottom ones. I think that that's going to be our best bet. If we can afford them this episode, great. If not, we will be getting the, you know, most of the land work done and everything kind of planned out for them at least. Because they are pretty big. I'm going to open up the XMLs and edit the amount that they can hold. There's no reason that they should hold 500 million liters. We're not playing like a huge American map. I want it to be, you know, something that we kind of got to worry about and, you know, expand. So that would be what I'm going to do in between times here. So that's kind of where my thought process is on that one. What was that, 11,000 liters? Alright, let's go sell this. And we're going to have to start using other entrances and stuff because with the trailer, this thing barely, and I mean barely, makes the turn into the farmyard. So we do need to get this area done. So let's see if our no work and simply adding water business actually paid off. I'm sure that it did at some point. Apparently by a good amount. How did we get a negative environmental score for that? It was from our greenhouse. We didn't do anything to it. What a big bunch of buttheads taking my money like that. But yeah, $16,000. I mean, that's a step in the right direction. We'll have some money to play with now. Okay, first things first, I'm going to clear out a couple of these trees. We're not going to worry about chopping them, like, all the way down or anything right now. I just need them to move so we can kind of get a better idea of what all we're going to be getting into here, because we need to smooth out some land, and that means, you know, moving some stuff around. So, I'm just going to chop these. I think it's 4, and that should give us enough room here. Alright. These things skinned. Alright. I think I'm going to grab this height right here and then smooth it out. So let's go ahead and get started on this thing. Trying to make this as interesting as possible for you guys, but sometimes it's a little difficult whenever you're trying to you know, get everything going all at the same time. So we want this right here. Okay. Go a little bit bigger. Just want to smooth this out. Add a little bit where there ain't none. Subtract where there is too much. And we're just making another landing spot here. Nothing too absurd. Nothing too huge. But enough for a grain bin and another shed. I think that's going to be our prime motive here. We will have some floating trees. We'll get rid of them, don't worry. We can smooth this out just a little bit. Make it nice and smooth there. We don't want any kind of large cliff edges. So that's not what we're trying to do. So now we have the upper area. The upper area comes down into here. Let's smooth this out just a little bit. Need to be a little bit bigger. So you drive down into here. There we go. So now we can work on our parking pad here. Now I'm going to use dirt first, and then this will be the first time that we've ever had to use any kind of money for our painting, because we're not going to put the grain bin down straight on the dirt. Let's get all this done here. Kind of get a better idea of what's going on. Even under my feet. There we go. I'm floating now. We're just going to take our time. I want this to look good. There we go. Look at all that area here. Surprise area is what we'll call this. We can go right up to this. Alright. So what I'm thinking is, we should be able to put the grain bin right about here. So we need to go back to sculpting and this guy, and we're gonna knock down this edge here. Maybe. Why won't it go? Ah, it's because there's stuff in the way. Behold my stuff. No, 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 no. We need to get a front loader. That's the only thing I'm not jiving with right now is super strength on all the time. It's kind of needed, but I'm not about it. So let's try this again. Hopefully I'm not in the way now. There we go. Am I in the way? No, it just needs to be brought out just a little bit. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty decent. Smooth this out just a little bit. Right along there. Make our driveway area. Passable at least. Okay. Dirt again. Get that cut in. There we go. A little bit of grass never hurt nobody. Get this filled in here. Okay. So now we need a shed to keep the tractors and the combine in. We have one for the other stuff. So let's see if we can get a good shed. I added a few more than what we had because we have this one. How big is this guy? Absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. I think that's too big. Yeah, that's... I mean, it could work. Come on, let me scoot back here. Kind of get a better picture. No, I mean, it would work, but it's just too big. That's way too small. Way too long. Come on, give me something like normal sized, I guess. I guess that's what I'm looking for. It's just a normal size shed. Hey, that one looks pretty good. So this is a building as a Norway. I wonder if there's something else we got. Spend a little bit more money. We get a repair station with that. That would be nice. But it would have to go like this. And then our grain bin goes over here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the grain bin. We are going to go with one of these. Who do I... Hey, Sue. Because, you know, Sue. Oh, it's really actually kind of small. Now, the thing about this is we have to fill it from the top. So, you go up the ladder and you fill it. So, you got to have like the auger arm and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. So, yeah, it's got the fans and stuff, but we're not going to run them. So I'm not too awful concerned. But I think that shed that we just seen... What's this? I mean, it fits the aesthetic, but it looks like it's been here forever. That's the only problem. Too big. All these are too big. I mean, they're nice. But I'm really thinking this guy. So we can kind of shove him over here. I can fix up some terrain. Okay. Let's go back into landscaping here. Grab this. Get a little bit bigger. Kind of smooth this area out here. Okay. Or how was this one? What is this? Is this a shed? A hoving shed. I don't know what a hoving shed is. No, I'm not really. I think this, I really do. I think this is us. So we can go like this. Get her right back in the corner here. Don't want to go too far. I'm thinking something like that. We can stay right on our edge here. Boop. There we go. Our very first shed. That looks really nice. Okay, let's take a... Oh, yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. So we can park tractors in here. And then we've got a repair place in here. So that works pretty good. We have an area to work. Good. That's actually really, really nice. So let's go ahead and we're going to toss down some gravel. And I'm going to just subtract about, you know, 500 bucks from our deal for the gravel. Whatever gravel is. Your gravel. Your gravel. What's the difference here? Oh, we could get really fancy with it. So let's do some samples here. Oh my gosh, there are a ton of gravels. Okay, you're rock and you're rock. Okay. So, first one. That's really clean gravel. I kind of like that. That looks like it's been like some crushed up stuff. I don't really like that one. This one's okay. And this one could be our centers. So I think it's just going to be a little bit of everything. All right. Let's go back into here, painting. Let's get our first layer down. So the first one is going to be this. So let's just lay a little bit down. I don't want to go overboard with it because it doesn't really fit our theme here. So we know this area is going to be used for the grain bin. So we can get that all in there. That's fine. Right up to the drive here. And we kind of a little bit here. Something like this. Kind of get it in there a little bit like that. I'm not too good at terrain painting. I'm just going to be completely honest. I don't know what the values are. Do that. A little bit dirt here. Probably just deleting what I've just put down. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. So we can continue this out. Okay, we know that the thing's going to go there. So we also know that we're going to run our tractors out in this direction. Okay. I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down here. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Do a little bit of this guy right here. There we go. Get on the back of the shed here. Gonna clean up this area a little bit. All right. Okay, all right. I think I'm feeling it. I'm just not exactly sure yet. Alright, I think a little bit of vegetation would probably help us out here. So let's go look at plants. I think maybe a couple bushes on this side. Something like this. Oh, we need to smooth this out just a little bit. Way too harsh there. Okay. Okay, we got some bushes there. Maybe one right there. Something like that there. Does that stick through? Do we not have access to that little area? I guess not, so it doesn't matter. And then we can do meadow grass because we don't have any other kind. don't want it to be like super duper thick. Do we have weeds? Weeds would be awesome. I feel like I'm missing something here. Little bushes. Okay, I think I'm on board. I think I'm on board. Probably need some weeds to come through. Okay. Now, what else can we do here to make this look the part? So, if I were me, I would have a small retaining wall here. Good thing that we have some stone walls somewhere here. So we should probably go with something that looks that's absolutely massive. Let's see here what it... Can we make this look good? Kind of feeling it, but not like... Not these last two. Not these last two. So let's do that guy and that guy. Oh, I don't get any money back from that? Thanks. So I wonder what happens if we bring up the ground level there. Let's just do a little... little thought experiment. Nothing too major here. I kind of really like that. I wish that the wall wasn't as tall, but beggars can't be choosers unless there is. They all might be the same height. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, they're all the same height. What else can we do? Really just kind of spending money now. So we can continue our fence line. That's what we can do. And if I'm not mistaken, it is these guys. Ain't it? No, apparently not. This one. Let's kind of get that curve going. Alright, guys. I think we're ready for a grain bin. So in the next episode, that's what we're going to be working on, is getting our grain bin in. We should have the money just like lying around, really. We've got straw to bale. We've got things to sell. How is this doing? This is 8,000 liters left. So yeah, I think that is a very good inclusion to the farm. Honestly, that looks... The more I look at it, the more I like it. Let me know what you guys think. But that is going to be it from me today. So I will talk to you guys later. Everybody have a good rest of your day. And bye for now.